So Trenches, he knew like I want BD. So he like, fuck it, I'll help you get this shit out. He needed a little help too. So bro will get the jabs and he'll give it to like Odie and all these niggas, J Money and all these niggas, so they can make some money, you feel me? So his brother was giving him weed too, but I was getting the pay first because, you know, we doing 5 for 10, that's moving quicker. And his brother found out and he came to me like, man, look, if you ain't BD, if you ain't trying to flip BD, that shit dead. Shut that shit down. I ain't from over here, folks.
Y'all got it.
I shut it down. Shit. But I shut it down. I wasn't doing shit hand in hand. I was still giving the shit to Swipe. And Free found out. Man, he must have came in my sister's crib gang, beat the fuck out of Trenches.
All right, man. Corporate Cartel Media, man. We got a very special guest to bless the platform, man. We got Achoices in the building, man.
For sure that, man.
Man, what's that word, bro?
You already know, man. I had to come get up with my boy Corporate Cartel, man. Shout out you for sure.
Man, that's love, bro. You know, I had got, came up there and interviewed your homie, KB Nene, man, the show Hospitality. That was love.
Nah, for sure that. Shout out Nene for sure, man. Doing real positive things throughout the city.
Yeah, shout out Nene.
Bro.
We gonna get into that too. I want to ask you some of the shit I was asking her about, like, the blogging space and all that, how, your take on it.
Right, for sure.
But I'm gonna start at the beginning though, let's get your story, bro. Like, you Chicago born and raised?
Yeah, for sure. Chicago born and raised, lowend, Harold Icky Projects, born and raised down there till they tore them down.
So you from the Ickies originally?
Yeah, originated from the Ickies.
Yeah.
They tore our shit down like 2009. So shit, that shit pushed everybody out south, you feel me, after they went down. But I actually moved out the projects like early 2000s, but I was still coming back down there, you feel me? Like every day after school, sometimes I won't even come back home. I'd be down there like 3 days and then come back home because that's what I was used to, you feel me? So I moved on the blocks. That shit was like a suburban feel for me, quiet. I wasn't used to that shit. So I always went back down to the low end where my homies was at, you feel me?
Nah, for sure. It's like, ain't no place like home type
Nah,
shit.
for sure.
Yeah. So how old was you when you said they tore down in 2009, but how old was you when you moved from out?
I was like 15
okay,
when we moved from about
already.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. But to me, it felt like I never left because, like I say, I was down there every day. You know what I'm saying? Almost like every day of my life, still going back down there. You know what I'm saying? Bro.
For those who don't know, like what block that is that the Ickies used to sit on?
22nd and State. We was from 22nd and State to 24th and State. So we had like 11 buildings, you know what I'm saying? Some of the buildings 7 floors, some of them had 9 floors and shit like that. Bro.
Yeah. So you say you got a feel of moving off into the blocks. So it was kind of like a suburb feel. You got it from being in the buildings. Like, what was it like growing up in the buildings? Like, give us like a typical day you coming outside, like your earliest memory or something, coming out there.
Shit, my earliest memory for real, I ain't gonna lie, like RIP my homie Wani. I was in like 6th grade and we was outside. They was throwing like a block party and shit. It was so packed, like all in the basketball court. It was at least 200-300 people outside, you feel me? So it hit like 9 o'clock. It was time for us to go in the crib. So shit, as soon as we go in the crib, we tell bro like, man, all right, Wani, we'll holler at you later. As soon as I get on the elevator, just hearing a whole bunch of gunshots going off. Boom, 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 boom. By the time we made it upstairs and came back out, man, my homie laid out on the floor, bro. I lost my first homie. I was in 6th grade, bro. He laid out on the floor holding his head. You could see the bullet hole on the side of his temple and everything. He still talking, trying to fight for his life, but bro ended up tapping out like the next day. Shit like that.
You was like 11, 12?
Yeah, I was about 11. I want to say about 10, 11.
Damn, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You hear a lot of that in the city, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what would you say as far as your friend group at that age, you know what I mean, coming up around that age, how many people would you say witnessed some shit like that or got a close homie that passed away due to gun violence?
As far as like in my era coming up in the projects, I ain't gonna lie, like a lot.
80%?
Yeah, I say about cool 70, 80 for sure, right on the head like that, bro.
Damn.
Cause that type of shit was going on. It was like we was losing people at a young age. Shit, we was in grammar school. You feel me? And he was the first one that we lost. But when I made it to like 7th and 8th grade, shit, we lost a couple more.
Damn.
On some real shit.
So at that point when you lost, you said Wani?
Yeah, Wani.
When you lost him, you know, was you off the porch yet, or was you still like child mentality, still in school? Like, what was your mindset?
It was like both, cause like I wasn't selling like hard drugs for real or weed, but a motherfucker was bagging up like Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? With the sugar and shit, you put it in the sandwich bag. Motherfucker was having meetings in the buildings, standing in the stands. You feel me? Saying TP before you talk, violating motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? In grammar school.
Damn.
So it's like 50-50. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it was like growing up down there as a shorty, it was like it really wasn't nowhere around there unless your parents got you up out of there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like soon as you step outside, it's like it's treacherous, you feel me? But we did have a childhood on top of it being treacherous though, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So, okay, you say backing up the Kool-Aid and all that. How old would you say when you jumped off the porch? Like, did that prompt you jumping off the porch, or was it like beforehand, you know?
Yeah, that prompted me jumping off the porch for sure though. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Shit, for real, when I had my daughter, like my daughter was born when I was 15. That's what really made me leap off the porch, start trapping, getting money and shit. Like that video game, that joystick, I had to put all that shit down because I had to buy Pampers and milk and shit at the age of 15. So that was the real time I jumped off the porch for real.
Time to man up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So you had shorty early, yeah, damn.
Yeah, man. My folks was doing a lot of shit in grammar school. Like I shot my first gun. I was in like 5th grade.
Damn.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
One of this nigga I looked up to named Deal, Free Deal, you feel me? Big ass 357. He like, man, you want to shoot this? I'm hell yeah. Go on the back, let that bitch go. He let like 5 of us shoot that motherfucker. Oh, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like that introduced me into that type of lane.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So do you feel like, is that like abnormal thing that you grew up and you got kids? Like, damn, that was kind of wild.
Yeah, that's abnormal.
Yeah.
But during them times, like it seemed like that was the thing to do. But when I got older, it was like looking back at that shit, like, nah, we want to live in no normal life, bro.
Yeah.
On the real.
Yeah.
Like the niggas I looked up to was real hitters. Like motherfuckers used to look out the window and see these boys at war. You feel me? Blowing, knocking shit down as a kid. So it was like, it's sad to say, like fooling them, like them was our big homies, them ones we looked up to. It was like, shit, we thought that was the way to go. Like me, I thought that was the way to go, seeing them do that. You know what I'm saying? Even though I had both my parents in the household, but it was still like, I looked up to that. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Because that's what a nigga was surrounded by. You feel me? Bro.
Sure. So you say you down there on 27th State.
22nd?
22nd State, my fault.
Sure.
Yeah, so what was predominantly over there, you know, Chicago is the gang capital of the world. You got California right behind. I feel like Chicago first because some of the oldest gangs still in existence, like the Stones, you know, preceded the Crips and the Bloods and shit like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what was down there in the Ickies rotating? Like, it was mixed? Like, what was
it? Just all GDs.
Oh, it was all GDs, the whole project?
All GDs, the whole projects. 22nd, 23rd, 24th, even 21st and State, that was H-Town, that was another project, but all that was GDs though. But motherfuckers used to be in tour with each other too though.
Right.
Back in them days.
Right.
Bro.
So the shit we see today as far as the trenches, you were like on the outside, you know, a lot of people on the outside looking in, they'll look at it like, because you a BD or you a Stone or you a GD, y'all unified. It was already like that when you was growing up.
Yeah, it was already like that.
Yeah.
It was up. But the BDs and the GDs was kind of unified, but it was like just straying away. You know what I'm saying? When I was coming up. Bro.
For sure. So what was the dynamic in the family like? You know, was it mom and daddy in the house? Like you had siblings? How that was?
Yeah. Mom and daddy was definitely there. I had a big brother. I'm the youngest there's 4 of us, so I'm the youngest. So I had 2 big sisters. Well, I got 2 big sisters and the oldest brother. My mother and my father, they was there. Shit, they made sure we was straight. They tried to keep a motherfucker from not going on the wrong path, but at the same time, they had to go to work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? OG, she doing 10 hours. My pops here, a truck driver. He gone 3-4 days. So it was like once he started driving them trucks, it was like shit. We had a lot of leeway to leap off the porch now.
Y'all got that free time now.
Yeah. A whole lot of leeway. So it happened just like that.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so then eventually you migrated. You say like, what was one of the hoods that you like? Did you go to a hood when you migrated? When you went to the blocks?
Yeah.
What hood you was in when you moved?
Shit, motherfucker had moved to 80th and Justine. Okay. Fuck City.
What is it?
Fuck City. Well, it was Gville. It still is Gville, but our block is just specifically like fuck city. Cause you know when they tore the buildings down, a lot of niggas from the projects landed on blocks and took some blocks.
Yeah.
So not to throw no shade at the Ville, I ain't trying to make y'all look weak or no shit like that. Like shit, my big homie Twiller, shit, he landed right there from Stayway and he was going through battles with them niggas, and then it was like shit, we ended up with the block. So yeah, so we call that block Fuck City right now. But the overall hood name is Gville though.
Okay, so that's over east.
You ever heard of like Cutthroat Maniac?
Yeah.
Yeah, he from over there.
Yeah, okay.
Like right there, like King, like okay, Killer Ward, like right across the street. So King Von from back that way too though.
Right, okay.
Bro.
Oh, so y'all like in the Auburn Gresham area?
Yeah, that's Auburn Gresham. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that was considered over east. That's considered over east, huh?
Nah, that's the south side, but it's west because we like right off Ashland. But it ain't the west side. It's like southwest, but it's the south side though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm misspoken then. You said you moved out south, not over east.
Yeah,
you
out
said
south.
80th. I just assumed over east. Okay.
Yeah, out south.
I bet. So then you out there rotating. What was the biggest difference you saw from, okay, we in the buildings to y'all over here? You said it was a little more quiet. Was it like people was less aggressive, than the guys in the building from your point of view?
Yeah. Motherfuckers was definitely less aggressive. It was like I said, it was quiet. Coming from the buildings, we had the lane in the building, so moving to the block, like motherfuckers was playing the cuts and shit. So it was like, it did get a little bit more spooky of moving on the blocks because it's like, you don't know who coming out these cuts. You know what I'm saying? It's so quiet, you don't know if a motherfucker gonna pop out a cut or walk up on you and do something. You know what I'm saying? Then it was like, it was hard to get money moving on the blocks because it was in the buildings. All we had to do was wake up and go stand in the lobby and shit, all the P's and shit coming in already. All you had to do is have a big ass jab. You gonna sell your shit as long as you got glass, you feel me? On the blocks, you really gotta hustle. You gotta walk to the gas station and roost your shit, show your shit, pass out samples and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It was easier in the buildings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So when they tore the buildings down, did they give forewarn y'all, or was it just like some abrupt shit? Like how that come about?
It was a warning, but it was a quick warning. It was like once they told the motherfucker the building was finna get demolished, like 2 months later, police sat on that motherfucker. They wouldn't let nobody come in if you wasn't no residents up in there. Like they were stopping all the sales. You couldn't sell a bag. They sat there for 2 months straight, made sure motherfuckers couldn't get in them buildings and serve nothing.
Is it kind of like how O Block is, but that ain't the police? That's like the private security where they like, police people who coming in and shit like that. Was it sort of like that?
No.
It was worse.
It was more wide open. See, O Block got real security in there. The Ickies, we had security at one point. They tried to put security in there, but they didn't last no more than a week, bro.
Damn.
Got their ass kicked up out the buildings, whooped. They never came back.
Damn.
I swear to God, for 1 week they did not last up in there.
That's crazy.
So it was just wide open. So it's like if you down there and you wasn't on the lease, or your ID didn't say like one of these building names, and 12 come hit the building and you in there, you mandatory going to the county for a trespass. And you gonna sit in that bitch for a couple days, or unless you bond out the same day. Bro.
Damn.
Like O Block, you can't really compare O Block to no projects that's off State Street, even though they're a project, but like they activities that's going on and what's going on over there wasn't really like how the activities that was going on in the Ickies, the Robert Taylor's, Dibble, Stayway. It was a total difference, you feel me? Bro.
Yeah, for sure. So okay, you over there in Fuck City and all that. Now you say you rotated over there, but you really kept going back to the hood, like you know what I mean? At what point did you quit going down there, or you never did? It's like you still rotate over there?
I stopped going down there in 2009, like when they actually tore the buildings down.
Okay. Yeah. So I want to ask you, I want to go back a little bit. I forgot to ask you this, like what type of toll psychologically did that have on you when you lost your homie at 11, 12 years old?
That shit fucked me up, bro, because I was a kid. And like when that happened, I ain't gonna lie, like I was scared, bro. Like I was scared. Like I was scared to get on the elevators by myself. I was damn near scared to walk up the stairs by myself. You feel me? Like I was scared to wake up in the middle of the night and go pee by myself. Like I used to wake my brother up, bro. Like I gotta pee, come to the bathroom with me. He'd snap off on me. Man, get your scary ass on, go pee, woo. Real life go pee, bro. and run back to the room and jump in the bed and ball up under the blanket. Like I was scared,
No,
fuck.
that's some real shit. A lot of people won't even admit that. A lot of people act like, oh no, it's normal, it's cool. That shit ain't normal,
Bro, I
bro.
was scared as
Yeah.
hell, bro. When that shit happened, bro, I was scared, bro.
Mm.
And then like a little bit after that, this female named Keisha, we knew her too. And her baby daddy get into a dispute. They fighting over the gun. Like I guess he trying to take the gun from her and accidentally shoot her. She was pregnant.
Damn.
Kill her with the baby. She was 9 months, bro.
Damn.
That happened before one. That was my first funeral I ever went to. I think I was in like 5th grade.
Mm.
That scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Then the baby in the casket. Well,
Oh man, no, son.
no cap.
Yeah.
But we all knew it was an accident. So,
Yeah.
bro, G-Lo, he came home probably in like 2 years.
Right. They gave him like a manslaughter, second
Yeah,
degree
like
or
a man.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit scared the fuck out of me, bro. Like I ain't never take the elevators or none of that type of shit for a long time on my own.
Mhm.
I was spooked, bro.
Yeah. So what about what one he like did? The person that allegedly did whatever they did, you know, rest in peace to him, but did that go unsolved or did that person end
Yeah,
up getting booked?
unsolved.
Damn.
Cause they hit like 5 motherfuckers that day, but he was the only one who died.
Damn.
They riding down State Street on motorcycles, blowing through the crowd. Me and my sister had just went in the crib, bro.
Mm.
I swear to God, literally like 2 minutes, we walk off. 2 minutes later, we get on the elevator, bro. We hear the shots on, bro. So that was unsolved for sure.
Mm. Damn, you know, rest in peace, Big Deal. He a person that I locked in with before he passed away. He was a genuine guy, whatever. From my point of view, I want to say he was down. He told me he was down there getting money at a point in time. Did you ever run into him or heard of him back in
Big
the day?
Deal?
Yeah.
No.
Nah,
I
back
heard but I ain't never met him in real life or nothing though. Bro.
For sure. And I would just ask that because I want to say he mentioned the Icky specifically. Like,
Oh, straight up?
I'm like, damn, yeah.
How long he been deceased?
About a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, about a year. If that, I think he passed away earlier in 24, early 24. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, late 23. Yeah. Yep. So yeah.
The crazy part, cause I ain't even know. I think Ghetto DVD. He was just telling me about Big Deal.
Yeah.
But I wasn't too familiar with him, and I ain't even know about his passing. Cause like a lot of shit, like I don't really keep up with on the net. Because I'm so like busy, I'm hands on, I'm editing and I'm doing, so I don't really get a chance to keep up with shit. So did that shit happen in the city? He got killed or something?
No, he didn't get killed. He like passed away,
he passed?
like natural causes or something. Yeah.
He was a blogger or something, right?
Yeah, he had star blogging, but he got a little notoriety just from in the trenches at first. You know what I'm saying? So he like locked in his community and all that, and his son, infamous guy, Fat Shouty from over there on Gyro City. So it's like yeah, but he was like doing this little blog and shit, and you know, he was in the process of making a documentary and stuff before he passed away. Drill killed our culture. That's what he say. How you feel about that? Do you feel like drill killed the culture? Like, I mean, how you saying it been fucked up? You get what I'm saying? But it's like, do you feel like drill ramped it up? You know, the music and shit and
it did
culture?
though. Yeah, it did though. Like people don't realize like when they tore the buildings down, that's what really created drill. Like all the buildings was wiped out by 2010, 2011, and think about it, that's when drill started. Because all the niggas who was doing the drilling and hitting shit, they spread it all out through the city. And they turned the little niggas up that was on the blocks. They turned them up. And then you had the little niggas on the blocks that was trying to show their ass for these project niggas. You feel me?
Yeah. Peer pressure.
Peer pressure, trying to make a name. You know what I'm saying? So for sure, the music, to me, through my eyes, definitely play a major part in the culture, and a lot of these niggas getting killed, bro. Like look at Duck. Like soon as he made Dead Bitches, what happened to him? You feel me?
Yeah.
That shit play a major part, bro.
Yeah, I feel like that too. You know, when I had met you for the first time, you let us use your spot to do the little podcast or whatever with Nene, Lil Mikey and them. We was having a debate about, you know, whether it's the music or it's the bloggers. She feel like the bloggers play a part, but for me, I'm a street nigga too, ex-street nigga, I'd say. For me, when I was in the street, can't nobody on the internet just asking people questions influence me to go do what I'm gonna do. It's already that, you know what I'm saying? For whatever, you know what I mean? But how you feel about that, being that you come from that and then, you in the city, you see it, you know what I'm saying? You live through the eras. Like how you feel about that? Do you feel like the bloggers play a part?
No, I don't feel like the bloggers play a part. No, I don't. I feel like the bloggers really just cover what's already going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like the bloggers ain't telling a motherfucker to all right, look, do this or do that, or it's cool to do that. But I do feel like with certain bloggers, like when they bring people on their platform, they should try to like talk them into a better life or talk them out of certain shit instead of just covering their stories. Need to be telling them like, nah, that ain't cool. Cause my little niece, she went on DJU. I don't know if you saw, she called herself Lady Snake Killer D or some shit.
What
I
was
don't
her,
know her about that.
what was she on there about? I seen a few little shorties on there. I don't really remember that.
She was on there just basically telling her story, like how she, finesse people and take shit, woo, you know what I'm saying? But that's her story though,
Right.
so I can't blame a motherfucker like DJU for covering that story, but I can blame him for not trying to talk no positivity into her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let her know like, look, sweetheart, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Like, you ever think about going back to school?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever think about this, that, or like, shit, you making a lot of money off your platform, DJU. Shit, let them come do something for you to make them some bread. You know what I'm saying? Don't just cover these people's stories for the bread.
Right.
Put some positivity in them while they sitting on that couch. That's the only thing I don't agree with.
No, I respect that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because your story is your story, so can't nobody tell you how to tell your story if it's authentic. But at the same time, as a blogger, you could try to talk to these people to alleviate them from living the way they living.
Yeah, you feel like motherfuckers got a moral obligation to an extent where it's like, look, you covering this, like put some fat on their head, like don't let them just come up out there. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, bro.
I get it. I ain't gonna lie, I try to do that. I'm a little older than a lot of these guys I be getting up with, and it's like even on the camera sometimes I'll try to do it, but even off the camera, I'm kicking it with them sometimes, so I'll just give it to them the best way I could. But it's like a lot of times, they be too far gone. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to hear what you talking about.
Though.
Yeah.
At least you know that you tried though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 100 though.
Yeah, at least you know you tried.
No, 100 though. Now you had mentioned Get On DVD. I had seen you got your podcast thing going on. We gonna talk about that. Cause I see really you like a jack of all trades, bro. I see you do the videos, you rapping, you know what I'm saying? You got your podcast going. I see you doing the skits. It's like you ain't around, you editing. You got a team, you doing that all dolo?
I'm doing all that shit dolo. I pray to God one day he do send me a team, bro. That shit be so overwhelming, bro.
Yeah, it do. I'm in the same boat. I'm a one-man band, so I know I feel your pain, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But till then, like I gotta do what's like, I love to do it. It's an escape. You know what I'm saying? Keep my mind off of reality. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm not doing it, I'm depressed.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm like, fuck it. Why keep complaining? Just get the job done.
Damn, I relate to that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. So where did you get these skills from? Cause it's like you raw as hell. Like, did you go to school for this? You self-taught?
Yeah, I'm self-taught. YouTube tutorials. Yeah. Thank God for YouTube.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Having a lot of time on my hand and shit, like bored, like, oh, let me look into this. Let me look into that. You know what I'm saying? Really writing that shit down in my notepad, applying that shit. And it's like I catch on to shit so easily, you feel me? Yeah. So nobody taught me nothing, like how to do nothing, bro. I taught myself everything that I know how to do.
Yeah, you a little different too, cause I'm like that too. I can relate to you with that as well, but I try to extend that to people like, man, just go on YouTube. Just, you know what I mean? But it's like a lot of people don't have the patience to sit down and, you know what I mean? That shit be crazy on the real. So I guess we blessed in that aspect, you know?
Yeah, you gotta have patience, shit. That's the only way you gonna learn. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact though, my mom.
Bro. Yeah.
So like I said, I was mentioning to Get On DVD. Now I seen you, well, it was a snippet on your Instagram where you kind of was addressing him about like which I had fallen out or something like that.
Yeah, it was like what had happened at that time? It was like a video. I shot a vid for him, and I guess he wasn't satisfied with the footage, so he started going to the internet about it, tagging me in posts, leaving comments and shit. So I was going back at him. Then we both eventually deleted the shit, and then we talked it out, and then just got back on the cool little page. Bro,
that like men. Y'all sat down and talked about it like men. I respect that. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta holler at Get On DVD. I ain't gonna lie. I had blocked his ass. He was doing me like that too.
Straight up.
Yeah, like tagging me, saying all kind of crazy shit in the comments. Like, bro, you got my number. You could just call me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's like, man, it is what it is, man. On the real, like, do you get a lot of that? You know what I'm saying? Or that was just like a isolated incident? Do you get a lot of that? Just motherfuckers just having that negative approach to you, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just talk.
Nah, I don't really get it. I don't get a lot of that, no. Bro, I don't get a lot of that.
Me neither though. I don't know what was to him. Okay, so after you moved from when you got up there in in the Auburn Gresham area, like that's where you settled, or did you move around after that? Did you stay in the other parts of the city?
Yeah, I stayed in other parts of the city. That's where I really settled at though. But
Right.
like, motherfucker, I lived in O Block for like 3 years.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I stayed on 47 in Michigan for about 2, 3 years. I lived over east and on No Limit and them shit for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like moving around, but that's like wherever I moved at, I still would wake up and go there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cause that became the hood at a point.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But in O Block, I was pretty much stationed in O Block because I had some shit going on in my hood where I didn't go over there for like 3 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know,
I know what you mean.
some real shit was going on, so I ain't go over there for like 3 years. So I was real live stationary in O Block living with my sister.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, over there doing, trapping, getting money.
Yeah.
Shit like that. You know, by me not being from over there, motherfucker, I ain't gonna say tried to shut it down. Motherfucker shut that shit down.
Yeah.
Trenches News, brother. Free.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he shut that shit because Trenches was living with us. He was fucking with my sister. You feel me?
Oh yeah, we gonna get into that then. Okay, so you ended up in like was you over there like when King Von and everybody was over there?
All of them. They used to come all in my sister's crib, bro.
Damn, Chief Keef and everybody?
No, not Sosa though, but I used to sell folks' mama weed and shit though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I used to see Sosa out there and shit though. You
Yeah.
feel me? But like all them J Money, Sherrod, Odie, all them, for they used to be in and out my sister's crib. They was coming in and out of that fuck with my little nephew J Nye.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, they was coming to fuck with Trenches. Like folks had them under his wing. They really,
So he wasn't capping when he said that. Cause some
nah,
people
hell
say
nah,
he capped.
nah, he wasn't capping. That's one thing. That's one thing I could say about bro. Like all the shorties in the old folk, them little niggas love bro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they still love him, but them niggas love bro.
Yeah.
He made sure that they was straight, safe. He made sure that they got bread.
Mm-hmm.
He made sure they ate. He took them under his wing like a big brother.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it on my own eyes, bro.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie. When I had got over with him with Trenches News, I had did the interview with him. A lot of people was like hitting me up saying like, "Oh, he cap, he full of shit, da 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 woo." But from my point of view, I don't know. I'm not from up there,
Right.
but I was looking at it like this. He on the internet saying what he's saying. Ain't nobody disputing him, so it got to be something to it. That's how I was looking at it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna even lie to you. But yeah, so you coming up in you over there for a little period, about 3 years. You say you seeing all these shorties. How is it? Being a fly on the wall, seeing their story play out. You get what I'm saying? Is that crazy? How you like a lot of people name died. A lot of people they famous. They name
Yeah, that shit crazy. I still trip out on it right now to this day. Like watching the shit happen right before my eyes, I still trip out on the shit. Like damn, all these little niggas was just in our crib in these hallways outside playing, and then like years later when I move up out of there, these little niggas making names for themselves. They all through the media. Lil T Roy, I remember T Roy was. I remember when Lil Bro wasn't even with the shit. He was going to Bud Billington Parade. He used to be dancing and stay fresh and shit like that. Like, I look up, folks got a name from doing whatever he doing. That shit definitely real life blew my mind for real. I still be tripped out to this day though how that shit unfolded. Cause I ain't see it happening.
Yeah. It's crazy because they generation really changed the world. They generation of the rap changed how the world moving right now. Everybody got the lingo, everybody got ops, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
All kind of fucking Call of Duty guns and all kind of shit, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, bro.
Yeah, so how is that? Like, you being from the city, it's like the city been what it is, you get what I'm saying? But it's like, it seemed like, they came up during the internet era where they made the world small, and then it's like they influenced the whole world. Like,
right.
you seeing that, what was your take on that? Like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit blew my mind too though. Like seeing how the rap and that era influenced the whole world to this day.
Yeah,
that shit like, it's kind of unexplainable, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Crazy, yeah.
It's unexplainable. I think like if I won from the rap, I'd be able to explain it better. But by me being there, it's unexplainable, bro.
It's mind blowing. It's like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like damn. Out of all cities in the country, Chicago took the influence on not just the country, the whole world.
My mom, you got OTF in fucking Africa.
Yeah,
you got
bro.
FG motherfuckers everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit, like that shit hit different on the real. Even though these record labels, these people take it as affiliations. You know what I'm saying? These not or whatever. Okay, so you coming up through there. So you say Trenches News was stand what you gave his like the type of character he had or whatever from your point of view. It came out a couple years ago during the O Block 5 trial where he allegedly, it was in the newspaper, but he allegedly, called the FBI and, you know, basically became a federal informant or whatever. And it's like, now you seeing that being, you know, the brother is like, with that kind of mind blowing, like, damn.
Man, that shit. I was at my OG crib, man. Billa was at my crib. Shout out Billa on bro. Folks
out
came
Billa.
showing me in his phone like Choice. He like, look, Choice. I was thinking he showing me something else. It's an article about bro wearing a wire. Gang, I'm eating my food. I swear to God, bro, I lost my appetite. I couldn't even eat no more, gang.
Mm-hmm.
Blew my mind, cause you know a motherfucker was just doing business with bro. Doing the podcast and shit like that with him, just doing the Glock the mics with him.
Yeah.
And he was promoting my song, Heart of the Trenches, on his platform.
Yeah, I remember that.
You feel me?
He used his intro for a minute.
Yeah, he used that bitch for a nice little minute on game. And when the motherfucker saw that shit, bro, that shit was like unbelievable.
Yeah.
On game. I was shocked about that shit. But I always had a feeling though, like someone right with him though.
Damn, so he kind of gave you an indication early on, like
when we,
or something?
Yeah, when we fell out, when he started dropping our lows and shit, only a police nigga would do that on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, say your location on the internet. Like, yeah, he stay 8112 South Ada, like on the net. Like, that's police activity.
Yeah, and that's even not beyond police. That's backdoor activity.
Yeah,
in case
both.
if a motherfucker got something going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Damn, so y'all fell out because of the O Block 5 shit or prior to that?
Prior to that, we fell out over, man, like, we fell out over some lost camera footage. Him not wanting to pay me for my work for helping. Like, I'm filming the podcast and shit, and I gotta edit it. Bro felt like he ain't gotta give me no bread.
Oh, wow.
And I'm speaking up for myself. We fell out, then we made amends. Then I shot like 3 Glock the mics. He paid me $250 to do 3 on mine's, Billa's, and one of his artists. I edited Billa's shit, but I end up losing a chip. So he thinking that I'm lying about losing the chip. You feel me?
Right.
I sent bro his bread back. The whole time I'm looking for this camera chip, nigga, for days. Katie got bands, mama is my witness. I'm all behind her crib in the dumpster. You know the big dumpsters? I'm in that bitch, bro. With fresh clothes, I'm in that bitch taking shit up at the dumpster, looking through bags, looking for this chip. You feel me? And he think that I was trying to hold the chip back, I guess to try to stop his motion or whatever. I still sent bro his bread, and it was like from that point, folks just went to the internet on me, gang. Talking about I'm dirty. I got 2 pair of boxes. He willing to give somebody $1,000 to take my camera back. He dropped my load.
Oh, wow,
on phone them, bro. He just went there, and I'm sitting there like, damn, that's crazy. And the whole time I was loyal to bro. Billa my witness. That's why him and Billa fell out, cause Billa, one thing I can say about bro, like the internet, they'll paint this picture on bro like he a snake or a backdoor, he ain't right. But bro, one of the most genuine niggas that I met in this production world. Billa knew the nigga wasn't right. Billa confronted him, like, for you bogus, sent him a text, woo. And I got swiped trenches. He felt like Billa was taking my side, and that's when he went to the internet trying to get down on Billa. Started dropping bro location.
Damn.
On my kids.
Is that what led to y'all going out there shooting a video outside the low or whatever? Did that lead to that?
Yeah, that led to that for sure. I had to diss him, folks, because he was dissing me all on the net.
Yeah, I would have did the same shit. It's like, you doing it to me shit. Yeah. Like, we go tit for tat there.
1403 North Park Road, Pontiac. I be ringing your bell. That's his low.
Damn.
1403 North Park Road, Pontiac.
Damn.
On gang. I don't know if he's still there, but that was his low. So it was like he forced my hand. I felt like I had to do something to get my get back, because I was shocked. Like, I gave you my loyalty. You know what I'm saying? I protected you. You wanted me to get you EBK Juvie, ABK DV, and all these people. I got you these people. Whole time, I felt bad when I found out he was wearing the wire, because it was like, now I'm looking like, damn, I hope Juvie and DV them don't look at me sour now. You know what I'm saying? When it all hit the fan. I got you some real niggas and got you some content. And whole time, bro, you wearing a wire, bro. Then you went to the internet tarnishing me after I was loyal to you. That shit hurted me, bro.
Yeah, nah, that'd fuck me up too. You know what it was fucking me up too about that? They was saying he was working for like 11 years in the newspaper. Like, that shit was hitting different. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, for real. I mean, he was working when we was living in the O. Damn. He had that motherfucker on damn near probably when we was living with my sister. Bro.
Damn. So okay, you had mentioned like you was over there trying to do your thing and shit, moving and grooving, and his brother shut it down. Like well, his brother really was one of them guys that he said that
Freak. I ain't gonna lie, big nigga, G, like a Hulk Hogan type nigga, folk, Hulk type nigga, he big nigga, folk. Like this what he tell me. He say, look, because trenches, I was doing 5 for 10. This when the Reggie and shit was going on. The Zai wasn't even in the streets. I'm doing 5 for 10, bro. 2 for 5, 5 for 10. Me and trenches had the O on lock through that bitch. So trenches, he knew like I want BD. So he like, fuck it, I'll help you get this shit out. He needed a little help too. So bro will get the jabs and he'll give it to like Odie and all these niggas, J Money and all these niggas, so they can make some money, you feel me? So his brother was giving him weed too, but I was getting the pay first because, you know, we doing 5 for 10, that's moving quicker. And his brother found out and he came to me like, man, look, if you ain't BD, if you ain't trying to flip BD, that shit dead. Shut that shit down. He told me like, he like, if you ain't BD, you gotta shut that shit down. If you ain't BD or you ain't finna flip BD, that shit gotta get shut down. So like I say, I want from over there. I ain't from over there. I shut that shit down, but in a secretive way, cause I was still taking it, I was still getting the shit, giving it to Swipe. But Swipe was hustling for him too at the time. You know what I'm saying? So Swipe ended up fucking up some of his brother money and shit. You feel me? Man, folks came through that doji, busted my sister shit, folks. That nigga Swipe was screaming for his life, folks. His brother grabbed his ass, G, grabbed his ass by his neck, bit his ass in his face, so he got him like this, G. Nigga, where my shit at? Where my Swipe like, it's in the other building, I'm finna go get it. Take me to it's in the other building. The whole time he lying, ain't none in the other building. He done fucked the money up. He play mind games. Boy, his brother had his ass off his feet from my sister crib, walked his ass all the way to the other building, gang, tortured him, G.
Damn.
I felt so bad for Swipe, G. Cause his brother big, G. He probably 2.5 size bigger than you.
Damn.
3 size bigger than me. Folks was every bit of 280. You feel me? And tall with it, gang.
Yeah.
Fucked them up, folks.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy as hell right there. Okay, so he ended up shutting that down or whatever. Then you still lived over there though? You know
I still lived over there for sure, yeah.
But did you continue your operation with Swipe, or it was over with after that?
After his brother got in the mix, I cut that shit loose because his brother had to pull through that. Like his brother was like one of them members. If he say something, it go. So I know I'm outnumbered. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, it ain't even that serious. Let me go ahead and go back to my hood. Or, like I said, at that time, shit was going on, so I wasn't really going to my hood trapping. I ended up getting a job, gang, at the hotel.
Ain't nothing wrong with that shit.
Bro.
Straight up. Ain't nothing wrong with working honest living. That's something these youngest be having fucked up. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you see how they be coming out here. It's like, that's where it's at for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay. So, you had mentioned, you had plugged Swipe with, EBK Juvie and some other guys. I see you like shoot videos for like some of the guys from No Limit and all that. You lived in that hood. How you lock in with them?
Yeah, I ended up moving on 80th and Colfax and shit. So, you know, just like walking to the stores and shit like that, I bump into Juvie was the first one I knew through my homie QT, RP QT Hooley. He was the first one I knew, but I ran into J-Dot. No Limit J-Dot, you feel me?
I seen you shoot a video for him too.
So Juvie be telling them like, man, he the one who shot Van Moose. He shot QT shit. He didn't. So it was just mutual from there. Like, yeah, you shoot vids. I'm here, man. Let's shoot something for me. Ooh. So shit, I just started shooting that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I locked in with No Limit, bro.
Yeah. Now somebody famous from over there is Cairo. Do you ever meet Cairo? You know Cairo personally?
Yeah, I know Cairo personally, you know, bro. Cairo in a lot of the videos that I shot for them and shit. Yeah. Like I shot Melo Bucks' very first video.
Oh yeah, you did a lot of work.
Yeah, I shot her very first vid. She wanted to keep me as a camera man, but I ended up catching a case. You know what I'm saying? So I was on house arrest and shit. I got bumped with a pipe. I was on house arrest for like a year. Then I had to go do the little time. So in the mix of me sitting on the bench, she was still hitting me like, could you shoot them? Like, I ain't got no movement unless you come to me. So she's like, no, we don't want to just shoot it in no backyard. I'm telling her like, even if you can't shoot with me, still do you, cause you gonna take off. If Melo Bucks, she'll clarify this herself. You feel me? I always motivated her and told her to stick to it. Like you raw, you gonna take off.
Some shit.
On my kids, she took off.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, I seen her like hosting a party with Megan Thee Stallion or something. I'm like, oh, she lit for real.
Nah, Melo lit.
Straight
And
up.
it didn't even surprise me because I always knew it. I used to tell everybody about it, even when I linked up with Glorilla and then when I was going to film for Glorilla at her shows and shit.
Yeah, I seen that too. How that come about? You know what I'm saying? I
Uh,
seen that too, like on your page. Yeah.
yeah, this party promoter named Rashad reached out to me. He was booking them, and it was out in Milwaukee the first time. He like, man, we got Glow. You want to come out, bring the camera, woo woo. So shit, I went out and filming for her on stage, taking photos. Shit, they liked my work, so they started having. Anytime she came to the Midwest that was close to the rack, they'd have me come out.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
So I was giving, I'm in the country. I was giving Glorilla team Melo Bucks music on phone number. I DM Melo and show it to a screenshot. Look, I just sent her team your music on bro. And they was fucking with her.
Yeah.
So when I sat back and I seen her and Glorilla link up, I was like, damn, I'm like,
that's beautiful, bro.
Man, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people be hating. They be having that hate in their blood. They don't want to. It's enough for everybody, man. Straight up. I'm gonna ask you that, like, how you feel about Chicago culture? Like, you know, a lot of times you see a lot of the people pushing peace right now. Shout out J-Man and shout out the guys that's pushing peace and shit right now. But it's like J-Man at the forefront of it. But you will see a lot of people tearing down what he's doing and it's positive. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people look at that like that's hate.
Right.
Do you feel like, you know, Chicago have like a crab in the barrel mentality, or that's not necessarily your point of view?
Yeah, Chicago definitely got a crab in the barrel mentality. I feel like what bro doing, sometimes I be a little confused, like when he did the gothic look with the contacts and shit. Yeah, like I was confused. I'm like,
called him the sex slave when he had did contacts back then. Now he came with the sex slave.
Yeah. So I'm like, I was confused at that point. I'm like, damn, I don't know if he for real with the pushing P shit. But I could say I know he for real with it. But my thing was like, why come this far and then try to do that? Like, you know, some contacts, paint your nails, because it's kids that's looking up to you. So if anytime you got the shorties, the youth looking up to you and they see you smack these contacts in and paint your nails black and put a leather chain around your neck with shackles hanging from it, folks, they gonna want to do the same thing.
Yeah, so I want to get pushback with that. Now I felt like I hear what you're saying, but at least he could be showing the blick, he could be showing the switch and all that. So it's like at least it ain't that.
It ain't that,
yeah,
right,
that's
right,
how
right.
I look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was just a little confused from him, but overall, like I could say that bro, genuine with the pushing peace movement because he went to the O.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He linked up he made amends with a couple of his ops, sat down with him.
He gave that money out.
Yeah, he gave that bread out to the shorty.
I fucked with that.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I could say that overall that it's genuine. You know what I'm saying? I could say that though. And I like what bro doing. I can't even take none away from bro. But you know, when you trying to do positive, people gonna always try to do shit and say shit to like pull you down. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. So okay, let's talk about him going to the O, man. That was big, man. You know, being that, you know, the conflict that's on the internet that everybody see that, you know, from each side or whatever. He went over there, he came over there trying to do something positive. You seen E-Dog get on his top or whatever. You knowing E-Dog, do you feel like, what was your thoughts on that? You know what I'm saying?
It was like I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like it's you in the trenches for like it ain't really no easy passes. You know what I'm saying? So like you was beefing with bro and this and that did this and his people, and now that you in their stomping grounds, you know what I'm saying? Even though everybody else was around and was with it trying to make amends, you know it's gonna always be somebody that's gonna be like, man, hell no, we ain't trying to hear that.
Yeah, you got a right to feel how you want to feel. That's true.
Yeah, so it was like I feel E-Dog. I don't look at it like, oh, he a goofy folks trying to push peace and you got this one nigga that's trying to, nah, I feel that. You know what I'm saying? It like he say like shit, delete the songs or something. He said some shit like that or like apologize or something, you know? Do something like that before you just try to step up in here like it's sweet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel E-Dog and I feel J-Man. J-Man a real nigga for even, like, he risked this, like, he had his chain. And even though you got security, that shit don't mean that security could get clapped for.
That's a fact.
Police getting shot. What makes you think a security can't get clapped? Then you hit the O, like, once you in there, you in there. It's only one way in, one way out. Sometimes 2 ways in, unless they got that back gate open back there. You feel?
Yeah, that's why they came in the back gate.
Yeah, through the back. So it was like he risked his life. So it was like, I salute that. That let me know right there, like, yeah, bro, for real with this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like bro, real live, serious with this shit. You feel me?
Nah, for sure.
So I don't knock E-Dog from feeling the way he feeling. That's just like if I was, like if me and you was beefing, musically, and you said
Just that
fuck
and the third.
Wani,
Yeah.
fuck QT and all this, and then now you trying to make peace, and then now you come and fuck City with your security.
Mm-hmm.
After all these years of the disrespect, my homies might be with it, like, man, yeah, want to talk to you and they feeling it, but I'm gonna come out the cut. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit, folks.
Yeah.
Get the fuck on. No, this ain't that. You feel me?
Nah, that's real.
It's
That's
hard to
just
just swallow that pill after a motherfucker been disrespected for so many years, gang.
Nah, I respect that. I get it. I was looking at it like that too. I see both sides. I was feeling like E-Dog, maybe he ain't there yet, and maybe he'll never get there. But you know what I'm saying? Like he
Yeah.
got a right to feel how he want to feel. Like you can't, disrespect. When you disrespect somebody, you can't determine how they gonna react to it. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? Like so, I
Facts.
get that. Yeah. So okay, you moved around the city. Like, what would you say was the most treacherous part of the city from your point of view? Like, cause a lot of people tell me over east, but you've been in the Ickies, you seen that aspect.
Right.
So, what was the most treacherous part to you?
Me personally, I gotta say the low end because, like, that's where I was born and raised, and I actually seen trench shit. I seen niggas shoot up the police cars. I seen motherfuckers get clapped. I seen motherfuckers getting hung off the porches and all that type of shit. But like,
Damn.
yeah, I'm funny. Like I seen all that. Like,
What's that story? What you just like motherfuckers getting hung off the porch, bro?
yeah, like in H-Town on 21st and State, like motherfuckers real life getting hung up. See, in H-Town in the hills, like the Ickies, our porches, just the windows. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But in H-Town, it was like when you come out your crib, it's like this fence right here on the porch. And then up here is like it's number space. So if and it's 22 floors in they building, 24 or 22. So it's like you just throw shit out. They was hanging niggas off them bitches.
Damn, niggas was down like that?
Yeah, fuck.
Damn.
They was hanging niggas off them bitches. So that was like the most treacherous shit.
Yeah,
like
that shit sound crazy.
niggas throwing shit out the window at you, gang, eggs and coins and shit at you and hitting you, and niggas throwing rocks, hitting you in your head, niggas grabbing you, giving you the nugget, like you know how nigga put you on the choke and do like this. That shit hurt.
Yeah.
Niggas weren't really doing that shit on the blocks. But like now that the building's gone and we want to eliminate the low end of buildings, the most treacherous for sure, I gotta say over east. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. For me, on the outside looking in, I be looking at it like that's where like, okay, you just said some crazy heinous shit, motherfuckers getting hung, but they be overkilling motherfuckers over there. It's like, it's out there. It's like, damn.
You talking about over east, right?
Yeah. They be over fucking motherfuckers up, bro.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
on the real. So it's like, what's to that though? What is it like? Less police presence? Like, what's to it? Like, where they could just how they move like the Wild West over there. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I think it's like that because over east it's more populated than like the south side and the low end.
Right.
So it's like the further east you get, it's like the streets close in and there's more apartment buildings and shit. Like if
you want to get that?
Like
on stop it.
No, you good. No, you good. Like
apartment buildings.
Yeah, it's more apartment buildings and shit. So it's like when you talk about like the south side, it's apartment buildings, but you got more houses. You know what I'm saying? You got apartment buildings and houses, but like when you talking like over east, it ain't shit. Big courtways. Yeah, bro, like big courtways, big complex. Might be a house or 2 or 3 here, but it's surrounded by buildings. So that means it's more populated over there. You feel me? And it's like, shit, niggas just be getting wild, bro.
Yeah, that shit different. I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay, now like I say, I was talking about your movement. Like you got multiple different things going on, like platforms you're building, like the mic steppers. I ain't see you do that in a minute. You still doing that?
It's actually on hold, man. I hate the thought of that. And it's on hold because I was running it out my crib. You know what I'm saying? And it was like I got tired of letting people come in and out. And then like RIP TP, like TP was just finna come the same day he got killed.
Damn.
THF TP. Yeah. And when bro got killed, excuse me, that made me like rekindle. It's like, damn, I ain't know what that was about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Them motherfuckers in their spot. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
So I had ended up taking the shit out there to Swift Spot, one of the KB Nene peoples in Indiana. That's where it's at right now. So it's like I could still run it from out there, but I feel like I can't really run it how I want to as if I had it at the crib, because out there it's like I got to keep breaking it down, like
Yeah,
break the steps down, take the screens down. If somebody want to get on, I got to go back out there, set everything back up. That's a lot of work.
yeah, yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So I just said, you know what? I'm gonna put it on pause. But actually, I ain't gonna lie, like I'm looking forward to like bringing it back home because I hate to waste the money and the idea.
Yeah, that's the dope ass idea.
Yeah,
And
love.
you know what's crazy too? It's like it's a lot of talent in the city, but it seemed like we was talking about crabs in the barrel and all that. We just talking about how you just gave Melo Bucks the look without even knowing it. Just like let me send that over there. Like let them check out. Now you don't get a lot of that. That's commendable. But do you feel like you get the support that you I don't want to say deserve, but it's like I mean you from the city, you doing your thing.
Yeah,
Like you
yeah,
from
you
the
said it
trenches.
right,
Like
deserved. No,
yeah,
but I feel like I don't, bro. Like
yeah,
it's hard for me to get posted by bloggers. It's hard for me to get interviews. Shout out Corporate Cartel, you feel
that's
me?
love, bro.
Got me right here giving me a solidified interview.
Yeah.
But it be fucking my head up because it's like all the blog sites, they'll take my work. Like if I shoot for Juvie or shoot for Lil 40 or J Dot or somebody, they go take their video and post it on their
And you
page.
see Achoices in there.
Yeah, you see me. They'll tag me and all, but it's like, okay, y'all following me. Y'all see me dropping my shit. None of them. Nobody has never posted not one video of mine. Besides, shout out Chicago Hard TV here, a new blogger.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Shout
There's
out
one.
Chicago Hard.
Yeah, I don't know if you follow him or check
I'm
into
gonna go
him.
check him out. I'm
On
sleep
phone
on
now.
him.
He posts everything that if I share a snippet or whatever, bro gonna post my shit.
Mm-hmm.
But like, and I fuck with Chicago Way. He just gave me an interview too. But like, far as my music, he don't post it. Truth Teller don't post it. Shit, any other bloggers, they don't post none of my music, and I be sitting back like, damn, I know I ain't weak. Or maybe it's because I ain't flashing guns and all this type of shit. Or maybe it's because I'm up in age.
I was saying, no, you
You know
think
what I'm saying?
you kind of laid back too. I'm laid back too. Like
Right.
maybe it might be that. Like you're a little more in the cut.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People probably reaching out to them a lot more or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm just
It could be that too. I thought that through too though.
Yeah.
But if that is their reason, it's like that's a fucked up reason, bro.
Yeah, cause you definitely hard though. I ain't gonna lie.
Love.
Bill raw too. I'm like, yeah, motherfuckers be raw, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, man, Billy finna drop a tape on back to back. We sorting through it right now, but that bitch finna come.
Y'all already got the music. Y'all just trying to pick what's good.
Yeah,
which
cover
y'all
all that shit made, yup.
Yeah,
bro.
No, that's hard. That's hard. So okay, okay. Then you got you shooting the videos and shit like that. You still doing that?
Yeah. I still be shooting the vids and shit too though, y'all.
Yeah.
I just don't really go too over crazy. Like right now, I'm in a stage where I just like pick and choose who I want to shoot for, cause like all the shit that's going on in the city.
Be too much. Yeah.
Yeah, for
do
like,
be a lot though.
There a lot of people, you know what I'm saying. A lot of people know where the fuck I stay. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Cause the mic steppers was there, so it's like I hate to shoot for this person and he into it with the person who I just worked with, and now they, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so I just pick and choose who I, you know what I'm saying, want to shoot for. And then lately I've been real like folks trying to just on my own self as an artist.
Yeah. And you doing your podcast thing.
Yeah, in the podcast.
That's where it's at, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like the music, cool and all that. But it's like it seemed like it's a lot of competition in the blogging space too. But it seemed like it's easier for people to tune into. You get what I'm saying? It's like I don't know. You get what I mean? It's like I feel like you got something what you doing right now. You know
Appreciate
what I mean?
it,
Just
bro.
gotta keep pushing. That's you just focus on that. Like if you could, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling you, you gonna reap what you know what you sow, like in a good way.
Sure.
On the
Appreciate
real.
that, bro. I actually enjoy doing it though, because it's like I always like I say, people don't post me and reach out to me, so it's like I feel like
build your own shit.
Yeah, now I could be vocal on my own shit and people kind of understand me more, and then now I could give people opportunities who don't get the pull through that they feel they deserve. I could put them on choice to speak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's giving the fan base your personality a little more like, oh, okay, yeah, he do music too.
Yeah.
Oh, he do this. You know what I'm saying? So that shit, yeah, that's where it's at though. So okay, what inspired that though? Was it just like, man, I got this equipment. Let me tap into this. Because I see you trying your hand at shit. I ain't mad at it. It's like, go ahead.
Shit. What inspired that was when me and Billy came back from No Jumper. Bro, we came back from no jumper.
I don't want to cut you off. I want to say this. Is that inspiration and all? When you was sitting in that facility, how you got it going? Like I'm like, man, this shit raw.
Yeah, he got that shit set up so raw.
Yeah.
And he got a real team.
Yeah, real
all
team.
He doing is walking in and sitting down talking. He leave. He ain't got to do what we doing, editing.
He going back and fucking in the little plug talk. He got that in the back. This nigga got the shit going.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was inspirational for sure. Like, when we left No Jumper, that made me like, damn, I kind of want I always had, like, an idea of wanting to do it. Because my homie Tio, my cousin, BH Films, they always used to talk to me about it. But I just feel like, nah, that ain't for me. That's going to take away from me trying to be an artist. But I started to realize, like,
you have you can promote your own music.
Exactly.
You can play your own music through the cuts and shit. Like, check this out. You know what I mean?
Bro. So I started to realize. So I'm like, fuck it, let me go ahead and give it a try. And then I just started doing it. And then KB Nene, for sure, she inspired me to do podcasting and shit too, because like seeing how she is on the internet, making her content, and then seeing her go on No Jumper. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just camera ready with shit.
She gonna go up. I ain't gonna lie. She got a lot of
Nene gonna go down in history.
Yeah.
She gonna go down in history for sure.
Yeah,
she inspired that a lot too, though.
Yeah, no, that's fire. How you know her? Like, you just know her through the hood or whatever?
Through the internet.
Yeah.
She was selling the lemonades. I reached out to her for some lemonade. She slid through. And then I told her, like, shit, I want to get you on Mic Steppers. It might have been Mic Steppers first, though. Yeah, I think it was both of them at the same time. But I know I reached out like, man, I want to get you on Mic Steppers. You will slide through. She was like, I love to. I'm like, shit, slide tomorrow. Yeah. And when she came, it was like we just been locked in ever since.
Yeah, like, I like her. I like her personality. I liked her on the internet. Then I met her. I'm like, yeah, she cool people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you like I say, you speaking about No Jumper. Now, she was up there, her and J-Man, and they felt like he owed the Trenches $90. Like, how you feel like he owed the Trenches for like interviewing people and all that? It was like, what's your take on that?
Yeah, I feel like they could break a little bread, bro. Yeah. Cause and I'm only saying like this because
it's a tax write-off too at the end of the day. No matter if it's $90 or whatever it is, it's like if you they doing M's. Like they
and I feel like that because this why I really feel like that. Because there's a lot of people that went out there, bro, and for free.
Yeah, yeah.
Like real life. For free.
That's what I want. That's what I want to tap into with you. It's like they going away to California for free, but it's like they could go to Mic Steppers. They could go to some of these platforms they're trying to build up in the city, and one hand watch the other, both hand watch the face. But y'all going out here to and I no knock to No Jump. I fuck with Adam and all them, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like y'all going across the country to do something for free, but you'll look your brother in the face and try to hit him over the head.
Exactly.
Or, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah,
and that's why I feel like they could break bread, because it's like, if I come to y'all platform and give y'all my story for free, and that shit do like 1 million views or a half, and then y'all breaking it down in clips, and all these clips doing 100,000 or better, that means y'all just checked the major bag off my story.
Yeah.
A nigga can't get a cash out of a G. So if y'all ain't breaking bread with motherfuckers off giving them y'all stories for free and y'all getting paid off of it, then hell yeah, you owe the trenches. You feel me?
Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, you owe.
When you put it like that, I ain't mad at that.
That's why I say now. If it was like, okay, I'll give you 1,000 and come up here and give me your story, and they come give you the story and whatever they make, then you don't owe them nothing because you pay a motherfucker up front. They agree with that. But by a motherfucker agreeing to come for free, just at the kindness of your heart, you know, if you getting rich off all these free stories, hell yeah, you gotta break bread, bro.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't mad at that. Yeah, man. So with that, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I fuck with your story and all that. Like, I want to see you keep going up. I'm gonna keep fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was trying to catch you way back when, but it's like,
I remember.
It happened. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But shit, like, you got the flow. Like, what you got any messages you want to give out to the people and all that?
I do want to say go stream How I Bleed, the mixtape. My mixtape just dropped last month. 10 tracks, all platforms. Go stream that, How I Bleed. A message should just be you. You feel me? Think positive. Have a mind of your own too, though. Like, don't feel influenced. Don't feel like you got to do what the next person is doing. You know what I'm saying, to get credits. Don't feel like you got to go slide and lay dude down to get a name, because the same niggas who you trying to get the name from, once you slide and lay dude down and you be booked, guess what? Dude, them ain't going to put no money on your books. They ain't going to put no money on the phone, and guess what? They going to be fucking your girl, bro. You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, bro, now.
No, that's heavy on the real. Well, shit, shout out your platforms. Let them know to tap in and watch Choice to Speak and all that.
Yeah, you could go subscribe to Choices Films on YouTube. All the Choice to Speak podcasts be on there. You can follow me Mike at Mike Steppers for the Mike Steppers drop down performances. Yeah, follow me on IG at Achoices _. You feel me? Shout out Fuck City. Shout out Superstar Weezy, Bone, Mugshot. Shout out Billy. Shout out KB Nene. Y'all already know what it is.
For sure. And what about where they gotta go if they want to get a raw video shot?
Come to Achoices, my Instagram at Achoices _.
For
DM me, you feel me? We could work. I'm really looking to start traveling too, expanding. So like, you know, if everything right and it makes sense, get up with me. I'm fun. We can make it happen.
Yeah, nah, bro, top tier with that shit, man. Y'all tap in, man. Then you could shout out the platform, bro.
Man, shout out Corporate Cartel, man. You already know, man. One of the hottest platforms in the rack, even though, you know, bro ain't from the rack, but still one of the hottest platforms in the rack, man.
I fuck with that. That's love, my guy.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Know that.